Greetings, proud men of the North. Welcome back to good old Attila Total War. And I will start up a new campaign. And when I record this video, when I start this campaign right here, it is actually the National Day of Sweden. So I have the glorious Swedish flag, and I try to match it with my this little stringer I have on. So I thought to elaborate a bit on the unique heritage of the Germanic peoples, as it were. Now, if you have seen, I started when Attila came out a few months back. I started directly a campaign with the Geats, and if you say the two words Goths and Geats in Swedish, it's Götar and Goter, so it's basically the same thing and the same origins. So we have three different Gothic factions, as it were: the Ostrogoths, the Visigoths, and then obviously the Geats right here. So I'm gonna be the Ostrogoths in this campaign to honor our ancestors. That feels really good to do. I'm not gonna make this a political video whatsoever, but in Sweden we have the case that you're not really allowed to be proud of being Swedish and be proud of our past. But for me, I disregard that. I think it's absolutely insane. So yeah, for me this campaign is tapping into some ancestral history and some the proud past of Europe and the North, and a little history lesson that you might be aware of. I talked a bit about it in the historical battle of the Adrianople battle also. Obviously climate change and the aggression of the Huns drove the Gothic hordes downwards into the Roman Empire. So they settled here in the fertile regions of the Black Sea in the centuries after good old Christ was born. But then due to climate change and the Huns, they pushed south. So this is what we're gonna do right now. And I haven't played with a horde before, so this will be a new challenge for me gaming wise. So we're gonna go with very hard as usual, and we're gonna look at the victory objectives. So survive until spring 425, and we're gonna control a few settlements. So that's all good and well. And a great migration. Growth plus 250 when initiating a migration or resettling. Okay, that's brilliant. And Inheritors are Inheritors of Rome. There we go. Really like this one. Really like it. Civilization may shift and change, but the eternal city remains. I love that. I love that we're trying to be the inheritors, not the destroyers of Rome. Now, obviously, even though this is my ancestors, I still cheer for Rome in every book and etc. I read, because I usually take the defending side when you like cheer for a faction, as it were. Can recruit Roman units in settlements with Roman military buildings. That is also very awesome indeed. We're gonna utilize that to the best of our abilities, as it were. And then we're not Germanic pagans. We are Arian Christians. So that will be interesting to see. I actually read up on Arian Christianity when I thought to start this, and I'm gonna elaborate more on that later on when I've read more about it. So without further ado, let's get started. Start campaign.
The air was filled with smoke and blood. Rome was weak. The tribes grew in strength and number.
And there is us, true friends.
Deep, and they felt the earth's blood pounding through the land. But their borders were threatened, for a great storm raged in the east.
That is the Huns.
One by one, the tribes scattered as seeds in the wind. behold a red horse, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. The blood of their kin would be avenged. Great hunters, they tempered their blades in Roman blood, and saw their once mighty walls reduced to dust. They made ready for war. Formerly settled north of the Danube, your people are once again on the move, compelled to flee by the arrival of the Hunnic hordes. Your Gepid cousins have already been subjugated. Liberating them may help you reclaim the region, but the Huns are relentless, so it may be prudent to keep moving until you find a place to settle and rebuild your strength. The Eastern Roman Empire is rich and powerful, so migrating to the fertile, vulnerable western regions would be wise, plundering as you go to sustain your people. Settle, and you can rebuild what was lost, and more. A mighty and enlightened Ostrogothic kingdom to keep the darkness at bay.
Alright, go time, and I must admit I got shivers in the intro with a red horse there. Love it, absolutely love it. And if you haven't watched the, you can look at YouTube right now, the White Horse Attila trailer, one of the best gaming trailers there ever was. Absolutely love it. So, I am not all too confident in what to do here. I suppose we'll head down here with our units. What I do know is that we're gonna settle stance encampment, and you can only do that if you have 1/4 of your movement left, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 25% of the movement left. So we're gonna measure up here. So perhaps about there. Move. And we're gonna settle down there. So yeah, to conclude my little historical elaboration, as it were, this is, you know, as I always say with gaming, like, you should utilize it also to learn a bit more about history. So for me right now, I have, during the last month, indulged in a bit more late Roman history also. And let's see, I still want to be in range of my other guys. Okay, that might be a bit far away. Stance encampment. Okay, cool. And now we're gonna look at the possibility of Wickermaker, Hunter's Camp. We're just gonna go with something at least to get this campaign started. Now I will probably make this episode in particular a bit shorter to keep it, you know, more as an introductory video with the face cam and everything, and then I'll focus more about the on the other on the more gaming aspects later on, and get in some cool battles, etc. I don't know if we'll get in any cool battles in this episode, so I'm just gonna expand a bit, go south here. Mainly wanted to do this video today because I feel the national pride is strong within me today. So yeah, as we can see, we have a low income, so we're gonna go with an artisan in that little camp, and the Grim Awakening will go with the same thing. We're gonna look at our family tree, and now, since I'm a bit more competent, as it were, in Total War, I know the importance of this right here. So, can we actually seek a wife for this guy? That could be a cool thing to do. You're gonna be a companion. And you're gonna be... Okay, it's gonna be a companion first, and then you can seek a wife. And our beloved chief right here. And you can also be a companion. And the same for you. So we're gonna leave it at that. And we have good dominion, and we're respectable. So not really much more to do right there. We're gonna look at diplomacy, always a fun thing to do. The Eastern Roman are mighty, as you can see. There's the balance of power. So we're not all too excited to tangle with them. And the Huns were at war with them also. They're coming to get us. They're behind our backs. The Visigoths are brothers, obviously, like us. So that's basically what can be done right now. We're gonna see if we can create a little spy here. And usually I go with the economic bonuses. It's always a good idea. And you can see we can recruit a good few units, but I'm not gonna do that just yet. So we're gonna end the turn and see what the crack is in all actuality.
Join your mighty strength with ours in this struggle. I ask for my
no, thank you. That was not very good for us to start a war with the Eastern Roman Empire. Not very good at all. So yeah, regarding the names, Götaland is the not the southernmost region of Sweden, but like the middle region, and my father is from that region. Okay, cool. Political favors. Let's do it. We wanna keep influence for this guy. Okay, now we have to do it. War declared, and
thirsty for battle.
now let's see. Serdica. And they have been sacking as they go. Right, we're gonna cross the river here. About up until there, I suppose we can go.
Ready for further orders.
And should we... No, I don't really want to battle with them all too much. Ah, we have a spy. How quaint. Almost forgot that. These guys are... there something, I suppose. Okay, there we can start sacking. So, and we're gonna need to start sacking because our treasury is running low. They have a little army there. But yeah, I don't wanna engage in a war with the Eastern Romans just yet.
Get moving.
So encamping you, and we can also start something else, another artisan perhaps. We don't really have that much money to spend. So yeah, we're gonna do like that. Take the turn and see what the crack is in all actuality. And I'm gonna elaborate.
My people are in danger.
No, for God's sake, I don't want to have 600 gold to start wars against the not the mightiest. I still think the Western Romans are the mightiest at this point when the game starts. And yeah, one of the other reason, except for being Sweden's
Our ancestors see greatness.
sure, thank you. Yeah, I lost my train of thought there, but yeah, since I still have my my little beard, I thought to start this campaign, and then when I shave, I will become a Roman start a Western Roman Empire campaign, which will be very fun. Okay, so Sirmium for the tribe. Okay, cool. We can. I'm just gonna not delve into so much those things right there. And you wanted a wife. Okay, you don't have enough influence. How inglorious that he wanted a wife. Now, question remains if it is a good idea to charge this settlement or not. I suppose it is. I suppose it is. And these guys will just stay there. And the next turn we're gonna move up, because we're still gonna need to build this little thing. And then we're gonna move up to them to take this settlement when they have built their little siege equipment. Can we do anything else? Do we want some more soldiers? Oh, wrong one. Either way, let's get on with it. That was from Monty Python's The Holy Grail, and say get on with it. Don't know if anyone got the reference. If I was, if my English was on point enough. So yeah, the plans for today. Otherwise, meet up with the Abelian Bull, have a good old pre-workout, and then hit the gym. Obviously, best way to honor the ancestors. And if you want a little film advice, it is perhaps not the best film there is, but The Last Legion. Me and Coffeebra actually pre-workouted with that the other day, and that good enough. Good as a pre-workout film, I'd say. And there, obviously, the Goths are the bad guys, really bad guys, and the Romans are
siege to their hovels.
Fighting valiantly. But yeah, very interesting history regarding the Gothic people. And then obviously, okay, so we can liberate or sack.
Your next command.
We're gonna sack, and then after that we're gonna be, oh, look at that. Just gonna go with that. Food is always nice to have. So now we can liberate. So we got to do both of it, and now they become our true friends, obviously. And Domavia. And I'm gonna do the same thing here, I suppose, if we can. Otherwise, I'll just sack it. And see how. Okay, I feel quite bad. I feel quite bad doing this sort of things. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna look at doing is we want to settle somewhere here, I suppose. And we have our little spy right there. And we have some. These are ripe for the taking, but I want a large settlement to settle down in, perhaps something around this region. So we're gonna continue.
Father be praised. How can I help?
Father be praised. Alright. let us win in own territory. Okay, so we're gonna look at integrity here. Okay, they're still happy, so we don't need to worry about that. And you are also quite happy, so we don't need to worry anything there. And I'm gonna save up a lot of cash until we settle down, in all actuality. So, with that said, we can't really do anything more this turn. And yeah, you didn't have enough influence to find a wife. How blasphemous it must feel for him to not have that.
These people trouble even the gods.
I see
I beg you.
they increase the amount of cash for each turn, but no, I don't want to fight the Eastern Romans, not one bit. So yeah, Attila is probably the best Total War game, I'd say, played. The only Total War game that has really cool and good siege battles. In all actuality. So the campaigns I have done in Attila, obviously, the Geats, only 5 episodes though. The Western Roman Empires, only 8 episodes, because I decided to restart it. And then the Saxons for my Twitch channel. I'm gonna Twitch more during the summer, by the way, when I don't have my bloody studies to make a priority. And then obviously my Franks campaign, which I also started on Twitch. Oh god, they can't move very far at all. How silly of them. Was that cunning? And food is always good, but we're gonna go with that. Alright, cool. They can't actually get anywhere. Can they even get away from here? How silly. Aha, Roman logistic system. That's nice. We're gonna go with that. Okay, so we want to escape this horrible place, and it's spring now, so we won't suffer any attrition.
Faster! Damn you all!
Okay, we can't get away from here. If we do like this, if they siege, then they can get away. And there is a river in the way here.
Getting on our way.
Okay. Maybe I
We take this settlement for the
will be a bit of a bastard here and actually raise this settlement. Raise, okay.
Your next command.
Boom. That was the first time ever in Attila that I raised a settlement.
Thirsty for battle. Get moving, you wretches. Destination reached.
That didn't feel very good at all. I'm gonna try to spread these evenly throughout the different skill sets. Okay, cool. Gonna end the turn, and then next time we can actually... I might settle here, I'll see how I do it. Or I might just end the episode and listen to the benevolent advice of my true friends in all actuality. Because I said it was gonna be a bit of a shorter episode, as it were. And then, obviously, if you liked the video... Do you know why? Because then I see if you want to see more of this campaign in particular. Wow, there comes their king. There comes their king. If not, leave a comment. And for anyone who's mainly interested in the training videos. Like, don't despair, there will be a lot of training videos as well, but I do want to game also. So yeah, that is what is up. And I have no wish whatsoever to fight this guy. So I'm just gonna look at what we can do. Can go north and ravage this this area also. But yeah, I will leave it at that. We can look at this little... Yeah, it's all Western Roman Empire. But either way, thank you very much for watching. I hope this has been a bit informative regarding the historical part, at least. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this campaign, the Ostrogoths. And as always, feel free to come with any advice as to what I can do in the campaign. And who am I? I'm a proud man of the North. XOXO.